G2 side set themselves up. Twists with the HE is at the ready. Has a teammate up in heaven to look for Amanek. Utility thrown out. USP tapping through, but Amanek gets the clock shot instead. Draws first blood against coldzera, and now the T's go straight into the B side. That bomb's making its way out towards Crossbroke. He's got to focus on two angles of attack, and in the end gets overwhelmed with a numbers game. 2-for-1 trades. Nico there to trade him, and bomb plant will be secured. Next, will be overwhelmed by Karrigan. So 3-on-3. The retake has been set up by Faze. Again, they've got that kit in for twists, but Rain's going to be the playmaker. He swings, gets Nico's head. One man default, one man upper. Hunter playing anchor on the site, close range against Karrigan, sees twist flicks back to the heads, gets two, and Rain now in a 1 versus 1, needs to grab that kit relatively soon, needs to find Amanek somewhere, he'll pick up the kit, look for the defuse, the headshot! No idea where the bomb was, not like it matters, what an adjustment, what a pistol for Faze. 45 seconds to the clock, and Amanek leans up with the Deagle, going to be the first player out. Twist turned away from sprays through 2-for-1 trades. The Texer at least gets one trade back and try and recover the bomb as he gets Twist next up to a 3 versus 3. Hunter needs to win this fight, so does Nico going to trade. Even standing, still G2 maintain their presence. Brokey putting nades out, caught out in the open in the Scout v Scout battle, and he takes down the likes of Nico. All left and X up. Now held out towards Ivy. Information called in, the CTs know exactly where they're at. The bomb tries to creep up to the side, but 15 seconds, any peek could be his last.
He's got to isolate these picks now, and he's got to get them in. The time is just so low. To see Brokey up towards the bomb train, he does, but it's already too late. A great double to come through from Brokey. Upgrade that Scout over to an AK. Bit of a fake actually coming through from G2. 2 players sitting util out towards the B side, and it's actually pulling some rotations over. A 3rd player's rotating over to B from Gone.
Rain's going to catch off the Pop Dog, man, so you might realize there could be a counterplay and a split into A. Yeah, the SMG of Karrigan will catch off next to getting overwhelmed by Rain's M4 from the backlines. The long-range duel goes his way, but Nico finds the trade, and Hunter responds to the SMG. Now 3-on-3, AK v AK, and Brokey wins the fight. Not ready for Jax up on the site itself, and Hunter gets a follow-up frag on Twist, so it's all left to coldzera. Here for the clutch in a 1v2, not making any noise, but has to take the FAMAS as a result of this. Not giving information to the T side forces, seeing Hunter, but Hunter still wins the spray for a 3K and a round for G2.
They've got 2 players to try and see if they can lock this down, and maybe even some aggression's going to come through from coldzera.
Missed the window though, Brokey's going to have to let them pass, and Amanek just swings and hits. Now Cold's chance to strike, Karrigan's going to get overwhelmed. Twist does make his way in from Pop, though, getting Nexa. That Molotov on coldzera though, G2 have read it. Knowing that there could have been a heaven play, they didn't check it, so they'll account for it, drive that man out of position. Nico takes some tag damage to the FAMAS, but not a lot of it. And FaZe are going to go for the retake. 4 versus 3, lacking in firepower. Flash is turned away from coldzera, expecting Nico to be somewhere close at this ladder position. He's got to actually check it now. He knows that that play was up there. Swing upon Jax, catches him off guard. Still got to get in sight though, they're running out of time. 20 seconds, the defuse is on coldzera as well, so Rain's got to draw their attention back out. He'll continue the spray. Rain will be overwhelmed now, both players being seen. Hunter looks to execute on both twists, still holds contention, but Nico is there for the response in the back lines. 1 HP for him, couldn't really hold himself together.
Animals are now ruling over Skin Club, and everyone will play by their rules. Help Skin Club to free the office.
Utility down and Molotov, the flash is in. Amanek going to make his way out with a MAC-10. Flashed out of position, caught off by Twist's Deagles. The first to fall. Rain doubling up on Jax as well. Okay, these upgrades doing decent damage, but Hunter and Nico returns back to sanity. Nexa is tagged up, and Hunter's very, very close. That MAC-10 giving away its angle, but also Karrigan in the opening. coldzera still gets a frag back. Brokey back in the back lines as well. Sneaks in. Nico gets overwhelmed. So Hunter, all that remains. This MAC-10 could still get both the kills easy. They haven't got Kevlar, but at the long range, the bullets of the AK are more accurate. 2 kills for him. G2. Early execution inbound, yeah, smoke out connector, flashes forward, out of ramp they'll go. coldzera on the bomb train with the M4, ready to receive. Shots of Brokey, connect to Amanek, needs that secondary pick, and he will find it on Hunter. Jack's backing around, and Brokey's seen him. He's not going to take that fight, though, recognizing he's at the disadvantage. 4v3, Rain finds Nico to 2, Jack's tagged heavily, and will fall to 1. Nexa returning back in Pop Dog, but a bomb's been dropped. He's got a 1v3 clutch.
Not going to happen at all for Nexa. And we saw this against Fun Plus Phoenix yesterday from G2. Then that could have been a great chance for an opening pick from Nexa. 2 players out towards the B side, and for G2, you're just desperate for a bomb plant in a round like this.
Cold Zero in with the 2 frags, 3 frags, 4 frags actually found overall. Nico last man standing, Brokey does get the headshot back in the end. On Train, there's a pretty common setup to make happen. On their map pick, you would have expected it to come out at least once on the CT side. They might not get it at all. Carrigan might not need it. Kill found on him. Nico returns to 2 frags though. Brokey on the back of the A Train. Does see that bomb, does drop it. 3-on-3 situation for him, not going to overextend the old hell, but Nico is very aggressive from the T-side play. He's got to force the issue, but Twist finds a pick back at E-Box.
And Nico's got to be on for more, and at least Nexa has been able to provide a bit of a crossfire. Now, they won't know that Nico has been able to aggress as far as he has out towards the hell position, but they've got to try and recover that bomb, and there's even a bit of a backstab in. Brokey missing the AWP shot, now back to a 2v2.
Good attempt, good recovery as well. Cold Zero does find Nexa, drop that bomb for a second time in this round. His contact, his crosshair placement. Smoke on towards Pop, though, will reveal his rough positioning. Cold Zero knows he hasn't got the bomb just yet. Nico's got to go back for it, hunting for the kills, and Faze just evading them. Swing back, look at T-Con. Nico gonna have to adjust. No, Cold in with the pick.
Now, there can be another quick rotation coming through from Rain out towards Connector, and now the smokes are coming through. The CTs have got to act.
Brokey, Orp, blind on the smokes, thinking of scoping in against Jax. Oh, that flicker Cold Zero is good on the spray. Can he get Hunter as well? He'll spray back at a very tight angle and actually lose that fight. Amanek and Hunter trading Nico with the bomb. Rain's close, and Nico peeks back to get the kill. Now the bomb's got to go down, and indeed it does. 3v2 situation, Twists moving closer, has fired and give away his position. Will someone peek back at Connector, or they give away a tiny amount of info? Backstab inbound from Carrigan's going to be their next main concern as Twist just draws more and more attention to his position, but it's all on the IGL of Faze to get the clutch play, the round-winning play. First fight on Hunter is won, 2v2 now. Swing back on a second man, but Amanek wins that fight. The USP, Twist can trade it, but Nico's found his flank and found his round.
A force buy's got to come in. They've got the AWP up for Brokey, a couple of M4s, but they've also got 2 Deagles out for Cold Zero and Rain.
This is a fast hit, seems like a rush tactic here from the G2 side. Nico's found that first kill. Rain's going to get overwhelmed by Hunter, and already one of the rifles have dropped, making it 2 as Nico follows suit on Carrigan. A line-up from Twist gets Amanek in the back, but Hunter stays alive in the front, taking virtually no damage whatsoever. And Cold Zero with his Deagle out here to try and face, trying to take the kill on the likes of Jax. 18 HP, he is tagged heavily.
Really difficult shots being hit, but what Nico's providing is consistency. Always getting involved in the pick rounds, always being involved in the opening advantages.
You've got to kind of take the risk, though, because these Deagles holding on a site are going to get overwhelmed by the automatics, so he's got to take a risk and actually win it out. Obviously, it comes with its own moments, and what he could lose to fail is a lot more than what he would if he'd succeed. And indeed, Jax gets that pick in. Utility goes down here, smokes up. Trying to go for the back green smoke. I think it missed, though. Molotov close towards Twist part of sandwich, so Ivy's open, but Brokey's still going to get overwhelmed. M4 checks it. Twist drops that bomb carrier. Doesn't get Jax, though. The no-scope missing his head by a few inches. And Cold Zero left in a 1v3 for this retake.
This just isn't going to happen. Bomb is still yet to get picked up from T-Con, but he's going to have to really pull off the unthinkable. Come down Pop, and as soon as he does, he's going to have to deal with Hunter with the AK, or the timing looks pretty decent here for the T side. Cold Zero's been seen, and for G2, they turn it into 7 at the turn of the half. And just looking like they want to go for simplicity, just B-side Xe with his flash out towards the A side to sell a bit of a fake.
Nades on, smokes back, bomb plant for Brokey. Will come down on the train immediately. Taps through the USP's Hunter, looks for the opening kill, but cannot get it. Twist instead returns. Faze already in the sight. Twist gets a little bit too aggressive, and Nexa punishes him for that. Behind the smoke, so look to tap through and towards more players, but can't see anything left of the Faze side. Glock's facing left and right at the default angles, not seeing the retaking CTs, but G2 are on their way, and Nico finds Rain. To the man advantage, Brokey gets one. Nexa taps forward on one headshot, looking for Cold Zero next up, but he's the last player left, as Nico and Nexa combine. They get those kills together, and they get the round for G2. G2 might not be expecting what they're about to see. The nade is good, at least to start.
At least it doesn't really hit Twist, though. That's the big exception. Flash over the top. Incendiary going down for Nexa. How far can the T-side get with the entries? At least get that early one-on-one trade, and Twist finds too.
Second bomb plant secured in a row for Faze, so they got even extra money, but Twist makes it 3 and 4.
What?
He's going ham, ready for the ace against Nico, perhaps. The M4 sneaks past Oil, sees Brokey, and now info's called into Twist, who repositions up at Heaven. 10 HP for the AK, but Nico wants nothing to do with him. He's going to fall back and save his rifle, because G2 have been backhanded by the Faze clan.
Oh, what a round for Twist. He could be on for a little bit more. Nico just trying to tap up to do some more exit damage, but he's out of there. No way that he's going in for that retake. That bomb's been ticked far too long. And to think the Canadian was able to get 4 entries, 4 kills for that T-side, that wasn't even a force buy round. That was just a hero AK dropped by Carrigan.
And that timer low as Hunter starts extending very far forward of Ivy. Is he going to see coldzera? He's going to see 2 players tap up and distract them. That might stall Faze for an extra second longer. Flash is going over regardless as Rain looks to play entry. AK in his hands, seeing 1. Nico wins that fight though and doubles up. Looks for the triple, but Brokey trades it. Now looking at Heaven, and outlook on the site needs to grab that bomb, get it onto the site itself, but so much CT presence to deal with here. Bomb plant can be secured. coldzera, especially over one with the player that's directly on the site, but Jax takes the bomb down one more time, and all left to Cold. 8 seconds to secure this 1v3. It's not going to happen, and that's an eco win for G2 instead. Knowing exactly how to outplay and outfrag the Faze side. Again, having all the knowledge in his brain. Fast plays out. Is he expecting this? Apparently not from Brokey. Amanek responds with a kill back on Rain, and Twist trades it. Again with the hero AK. Again with all the kills. Shut down by Nico out of connector. But a 3v2 scenario. Carrigan thinking back. Both players could line up for Nico, but Nico finally gets overwhelmed. 1 on 2. That bomb is dropped on the site, and Hunter has the clutch. SMG swings back on Brokey. Gets it to evens. coldzera grabs that AK. No Kevlar for him, but no info to Hunter's angle. It's all a case of time. Who's going to blink first? Who's going to extend far enough? Who's going to see who? Cold sees him. That's round for Faze.
They've found so much success when it just comes to these runouts of B, and they're going to do it again.
Only 1 player in Nexa. SMG behind the stack. Is he going to get checked? The AWP, or sorry, the scout, I should say, will look for the frag. SMG gets 2 kills, actually. Don't tell me they're going to do it again. Well, Amanek does get fallen into the hands of Brokey, so 3v3, now 2 as Nico falls the same. Swing back, Eagle shot on the first, not the second, but Carrigan 1v1 against Hunter, or picked up, looking back for the scout player. Did he hear the footsteps? Peeking in, it just misses, and Hunter lands the headshot instead, and we just continue to go back and forth and back and forth. Utility down, a flash over. Nexa's just going to wait. Teammates going to be getting back on their way. Taps in the back line. Nexa not going to deny the bomb plant here. Let that go. Wait for the retake mode, and him on the site could be a main linchpin position, a linchpin player. He'll spray back. Twist gets his frag. Brokey traded back by Amanek, focusing on upper and lower. Desperate to get another kill back in, but gets overwhelmed with the Deagles once again. Twist having a seriously good round, finally getting taken back by Jax. Carrigan finds his return though. Nico alone on site, drops in, deals with his former teammate. 7 HP, needs to get coldzera as well. Taps through and just realizes at the right moment, Nico with the clutch. And 11 for G2 Esports. Of all the maps for G2 to take above Faze, I don't think we would have looked at Train and thought it would have been the one. Had 1 win out of the last 5 times they played it. I'll come back to that point in a second, because Faze are going to go for the rush, and Carrigan straight out of the gate through Sandwich is going to be found by Nico. Jax falls, Nico finds his trade, spray back through the smoke, gets a tag on a 3rd player, but coldzera overwhelms him as Amanek finds his trade. Brokey responds 2v2, now seeing Hunter being such low HP. They haven't got a nade that they can put to that position, so Brokey's just got to make his way up into the site as coldzera falls. He'll be the 1 player left to clutch, now having info on both individuals. Flick back on Nexa, that's a good shot. 2k up for him. Will he win the 3rd? He'll grab that bomb and rotate to the B site instead.
Yeah, get that bomb plan in. Hunter's actually going to try and beat him to the rotations, going up towards the brown halls. And for Brokey, where does he reposition himself? Get that bomb out towards mid-bomb. Hunter coming in quickly.
Brokey hasn't heard him. Looking back to the back line, and Hunter finds the angle, clutches the rounds. Wins it once again for G2, despite the best effort of Faze. BM's in order as they get to 13.
How do they try and approach this? They just take a dry, they use the util over the top, playing this passive. Smoke goes down, might try and see if he can go for a spam, seeing if the T's can get in towards the old bomb position, and Twist finds that kill onto Hunter.
Rain follows up, secondary pick not being allowed, and Amanek, he's done so much damage but doesn't get away with the kill. all Nexa now. He's got 2 easy frags to find on Twists and Rain, but Molotov forcing him out of the way. They might have heard the tag. The bomb plant will be secured here. Twists will not be sprayed underneath the train. Nexa will still hunt for that player, but looking to fall back to the spawn, it seems. Save the weapon.
Nexa just holding on to the M4, and for G2, look at the money state of where they are. They're on single round loss bonus. They only got 1,400 at the end of this round. They're going to have to force buy now. Finally, Nexa's just going to come over to jiggle peek out from Con, but G2, they've got the read, but do they have the aggression play?
Hunter's ready, flashes over, Deagle turned away from shots on the first player. Jax gets the double up, and now there's rifles to work with. Are they ready for Hunter's CZ? Twist checks the corner, takes a dink regardless, but does get the kill to return to a 3-on-3. Nexa there with the M4 at back green, quickly responds. Man advantage for G2. coldzera gets it to 2v2 and needs to find Amanek as well as Stopper. He's got a USP to deal with. The bomb carrier is going to make his way into the B play, but Jax swings back for a third frag, and Brokey is left to do it all.
Amanek has been able to pick up the AK, but he doesn't have any armor in this position. A little bit of nades for them to work with in terms of flashes, and for Brokey, he's getting in towards a close round position with the bomb down.
Oh, he swings into both CTs though, and Jax gets a quadra. 60 seconds as Jax moves in. Rain, weapon in hand, takes the face, loses it. Jax gets another double. Aggressing for the easy picks, and now G2 on the front foot. Faze have Karrigan exiting out of T-Con, going straight up towards the sandwich control. Amanek might be ready for this with AWP peeking in, tap 2 damage being done, and just there towards Nico. Doesn't win the fight, no matter how close Karrigan can get. 3 HP for Nico, he stays alive. Further flashes in, man to try to support him, but coldzera will find that kill. And now the A site can be secured here by Faze, but they have got a 3v2 disadvantage.
Everyone's coming in from the backlines. Nothing out from Pop, and coldzera's looking to try and take the fight out from Ivy. It doesn't go his way. Brokey's now the last one. Jax with another quadra kill. He did it in the last. He's done it again. 8 kills in 2 rounds from Jax.
Karrigan with Brokey looking up the AWP of the CT side. Back in connector is not going to take a direct face. Instead, the M4 is going to see it, and he will swing. Amanek doesn't get his kill. Minimal damage done, but Nexa gets that kill on Karrigan finally to open up the round. Face back on more T-side presence does not result in any more frags. The bomb plant will be secured from here, and the T's press up aggressive as Rain gets taken back through the smoke.
And Nico's been staying around on the A side, waiting for the lurk to come out for the T side, but it just hasn't happened. Brokey and coldzera now the last couple left.
This is over. I don't see them winning this. Brokey's got to go hand with the Deagle. Desperate to fight, doesn't win it. coldzera, Molotov on the bomb, might force them back for the next couple of seconds, but the kill comes in for Amanek, and it will force Jax off the bomb temporarily, but he'll find the angle, he'll find the gap, he'll find the defuse with the kit in play, and there it is. 16-11 for G2, and whilst that was a struggle throughout most of that map up, in those last few rounds, all elements came together, and all of the team came alive.
G2 have really got to act towards this B site now because they've given away so much information. Try and see if they can just get that execution forward. But even the HEs lined up from Faze, this could do so much damage. At least another trade coming back. But for G2, are they actually going to start bringing this bomb away? No, they've got to commit towards B.
2-for-1s on that trade. 40 seconds to the clock. Karrigan's waiting for even more contact. He knows that they're out there, and Jax still finds his swing. Okay, he's going to carry that killing prowess. He's going to carry that confidence in from the end of the last map into the beginning of this one. But Nico's been stalled by coldzera. He wants to try and win this fight. He's got to get the bomb to the site more specifically. Flashbang keeps him blind. coldzera trying to see if he can get out of dodge, but Nico can't land the shots of his own. Right, the USP of the CT side is just keeping Nico pulled away here. Now he's got to go. Amanek will get Twist, Brokey back up at the market entrance. coldzera can't get the killing shot tag on Nico, so the bomb will go down here.
Brokey and coldzera coming in very quickly. coldzera at least finding his second kill of the round, but he's got to be able to follow up with a little bit more. They know he's out towards the apartments, and they could just slow it down. Nico and Amanek, the last couple of players here on the T side, and they're just not peeking. They are not giving the opportunity up for a duel for coldzera. Trying to tap up from the van position, getting lower and lower with the bullets that he's got left. 7 in the chamber, jumps out of the window, and it doesn't happen. G2 wasn't the easiest of pistols in the world. The bomb got dropped, they lost that opening pick. Lot of Mac 10s coming through from this T side, and this could really start helping up against the players that don't have head Kevlar. Or Twist sees the play and finds the shot with the Deagle.
Shot on Hunter immediately. Amanek getting tagged up as well. Minute 2, the clock. Twists will look for Amanek next, get the secondary frag onto him. Minute to the clock and a 5v3. Faze have found their way up to this. Twist in particular has found his way in with a little bit more. Tag on Nexa as well. So much damage being done to G2. Brokey with a scout hoping for a bit more back there. No one from G2 is going to take a face once again. The bomb's out towards mid. Looking like they have to rotate here.
Oh no, the bomb gets dropped. And, well, this round is done. Like, there's no way that Nexa and Jax can bring this back. They're going to have to take all of these fights out from mid. They're going to have to recover the bomb. And there's even like 30 seconds left on the clock now.
3 picks of his own, the Deagle going ham. G2 trying to see if they can rotate out of here, but Nexa's gonna fall again. AK dropped, bomb dropped. The conversion going right the way of Faze, very similar to their T side, except adding to their CT side here in this map. Jax has got to go down to get the money out of the round, because if he went out with a Mac 10, he's probably going to get overwhelmed by Faze.
And they've really got to try and see if they can get some map control, though, and whether that means getting aggressive out towards CT, that might be the option now, back into a 3-on-3, with Jax getting that kill and looking to press quite far forward.
AK wrap into players looking up for Marcel. Coldzera takes the fight in against Jax, wins it out. Looks on a second player. Next is there with the trade. 2 versus 2. Bursting, damage done, taken back through the box. All left to Amanek. Tagged so early in this execution basis. The bomb is planted for him, though. They'll tap on the bomb, try force the peak. He gets the kill on Carrigan, but Twist can find the response and still find the defuse for 2 for Faze. Trying to look for the G2 camp. The Eagle does find Twist through its damage, and Nico can return. One good frag back to a 4-on-4 situation. Carrigan turns man advantage for the Faze side, still trying to hold down contention. They're trying to avoid most of the kills. What is that for Hunter? That's an all picked up, taken out of the hands of the CT side. If they get nothing else out of this round, then G2 have that. But they're still converting in on Coldzera, who's the only player center of the site.
But they've got to deal with Coldzera out towards his fan position, and time is so low. They've got to make a footstep. They've got to be able to rush out towards the side. Otherwise, this round is just going to be done from here. Coldzera drops the bomb, and that's it. Hunter's best bet is just to try and save onto the MVP. Is that even a chance, though? No, doesn't happen. At least he goes down before the time expires. But for Faze,
try and driving them away from the mid position, but it's all going to have to rush through market. Carrigan on site, overrun by Amanek in an instant. Brokey tapping on the leg of the first, get the kill on the Nico. Big crack on Jax, pick found as well. 2 kills to his name. Amanek in the corner, finds Coldzera as he overextends a bit too far, a bit too recklessly. 3v3 in Faze, move closer onto the retake. Twists back towards market. All 3 are coming in from short as well. Don't know how much info G2 have towards this. Hunter's going to hear a set of footsteps. A lot of them coming through. He takes down Rain for it. Twists with the trade. 1 kill to his name. Brokey with 2 kills for Amanek on his Mac 10. Hunter still in the apartments. Smoke up on the market player. And now they're going to stick the whole defuse here. 5 seconds to it. Gets on site. They get the frag back there. Amanek responds towards 1. Brokey with the trade. 4K. Defuse inbound. I think he'll just get the round for Faze. AK at the ready with nades back. Onto the mid position. Amanek finds the head of the first. Coldzera still waiting. Are they going to be ready for him to be this close? They'll check it. He'll swing and still get the pick back on Amanek's part. 4 versus 4. Team's pressing up there. There's Coldzera in with his frag. A secondary kill. Also in the apartments. Ready for Jax next up. He's being pressured in by the likes of Hunter. Got to get this kill onto him and the site defensive itself. Turned away at the wrong moment as Hunter swings and the bomb can go down easy.
There's a little bit of a backstab to a backstab, though. Rain is getting in from behind. Brokey taking a little bit of damage, or at least trying to be seen out towards a marker position. But they've got to get the bomb towards the side. They've got to get it planted.
Shot in on Nico, man advantage gain. SMG tries to deny, but Jax covers him off as Hunter just gets out of dodge. Now left to Brokey. The AWP in a 1v3, knowing that he's got to escape here. Might look for exits. Nico's expecting him to make his way on short as Hunter hunts back.
Kind of looking at their loss bonus, thinking it's got to be very low at single round or double. Yeah, it's single round loss bonus, so they're going to have to, what, force buy going into the next.
The Eagles looking to face, that's Mac 10. Flash inbound onto the site, dropping forward, gets the pick, finds that frag pretty easy, looks for the next player behind him, does take a bit of damage to the pistol. Who's working out of here to get the money? If he goes down to the Mac 10, it won't really matter. He gets himself his trip double in, so... Frags easy, Coldzera, all that remains in 1 versus 5. Dealt with easy to the 5 rounds to the board of G2, and the lead there for the T side. These SMGs can still do damage because Faze are lacking in head Kevlar for a number of players. Again, when they get these buybacks here, they still look weak as anything by comparison, but Coldzera looks strong in return to that. 2 spray downs for a 2-for-1 trade, making it 2 for 2 as Jax returns back to a even man standing, looking for Twist next up to regain the man advantage for G2. Doesn't last long in that position as Twist finds his trade.
They deal with the aggression with aggression, pretty much. We saw that coldzera wants to go quickly out towards that underpass position, find a couple, may even be on for a little bit more. It all just comes down to this timing. Does he see Nico? Oh, of course he does. What a tiny triple.
He hasn't got the bomb down just yet, so they will have that extra bit of time to get to position. Smoke center of the site, Molotov over at CT spawn. They are coming in from ramp and connector though, so this is still very doable here for this team. Molotov backing up, forcing Nexa all the way into dark. Awkward whiff there from the spray of Ray, but he comes up with the kill regardless and starts to set up the execution, so the timing going to be better for Twists and Rain. M4 and AK, the AWP of Brokey, seeing one player cross, seeing the second player cross, burst through the spray, gets 2 kills. Jack's next up, Brokey getting another good tap back, Nexa in the 1 versus 5, and Faze with the information game played to perfection as they lose 1 casualty and gain the lead back from G2. No kills found so far and no real opportunities presenting themselves up on a silver platter. Secondary smoke back at the jungle position. Twist, blind spraying, gearing up his angle, taking no damage, dishing nothing out as well either. The AWP Brokey instead can strike, get that first kill in, flashes to his position. Twist pushes forward to the smoke, gets Hunter as the Molotov, forces that AWP out position. So now, 2-man advantage for the Faze camp. Bomb plant will attempt it to be secured. Brokey's going to tap back to frags for coldzera and Twist. Nico responds as the bomb's dropped in the open and no time to get back to it. Faze find their confidence at 7-5.
With the bomb being dropped towards his short position and coldzera still out from ladder, G2 have to take the fight onto him. Oh!
A swing on Cold, gets a 3rd pick. He is cold, ice cold. Nico with his AWP frag, does find 2 to return though, hold on. This is winnable for him. He's got his teammate also in Amanek, the bomb's on his back. The A site's been cleared out with Rain's aggressive play, so they can actually get the bomb plant down here.
Yeah, the CTs are in some really bad positions. There is a backstab coming in from mid, but it's got to come down to the timing, and FaZe are both rotating away towards A.
AWP missed out. Rain can't see, does tap Amanek, looks back for Nico, spray on the second player, grabs that AWP as well.
They picked a Mirage up against OG and only landed 4 rounds on CT, 8 overall in this matchup. They're already on 9 and looking for 10.
Burst through the M4, trying to catch the kill on Hunter and Twists. Finds it in the end. Brokey with his AWP pick as well on Nico. 5 versus 3 game. Faze are looking like they're in 6th gear at the moment. 2 standing for G2. No trades on this T side. Look to go up 10-5 for the Faze camp unless Jax can do something, and unfortunately he cannot. Amanek, heard burning to Twist's part. The CTs will adjust. The bomb's out in mid. He's got no chance of winning this.
They know that he's here. They're already keeping the eyes on. It might be a way to get away with 1, but not even going to happen. 10-5 up from FaZe. An incredible first half from them.
I have a feeling they could still make this close, if not steal the map away and the series. Utility down to Smokes, coming in super early for the fast Exy. Out for Faze. 3 CTs here to try and face it. 1 here at Dark. Jack's missing every bullet. Gets the headshot on Carrigan in the end. Twist there with trade. Nico in the back lines of the site, desperately tapping through, but Twist doubles up of his own right. And Nexa with a P250 in the back, being suppressed to the corner. His teammates are falling all around him, and he'll go down quick to follow. Twist deals with Amanek, and Faze storm the A-bomb site. Ready here with the upgrade pistols, the Kevlar, the scouts and all, whatever they can find. Brokey in with that easy frag on Nexa, dealing with the only real central site defender. 1 player off the off angle can do damage. Even fails on that. 2 kills for Brokey. Easy pickings for Faze. 1 plant attempt to be denied through the smoke, but no shots, no kills. Rain gets 1 to return.
Yeah, they've got to save here. They can't even really stay around. I mean, Jax is still very aggressive towards the top of Con, but hold on to the weapons, and they even tried to do so. A triple to come through from Brokey. Twist getting involved.
Sniper's Nest as well to indicate that there is some sort of mid play. It actually leaves only 1 smoke to go for the actual execution, so it should be flash plays coming in, and the CTs have read this here. 4 players inbound. Smoke on, M4 burst through, Carrigan gets the opener. Amanek going to get forced back. The AWP still hits his shot on the first player. M4 back, Rain overwhelms, and the shot close range. This gap, Carrigan can fall for it. 3v3, the bomb plant should be secured.
And they've done a lot of damage onto Amanek, and they'll know about that. Flash over the top out from CT, trying to get Hunter in and around the smoke, but he's got to deal with coldzera, who's able to double up towards CT, and now Jax just has to save. There's no way that he can go in for that retake.
14 at the board of the T's. Jax being hunted, and will fall for it. Good night, my sweet prince. Flash turned away from next to a Tetris, overwhelmed. Amanek's getting tagged up as well. Karrigan gets both of those kills. Bomb plant we secured, 2 left standing here for the G2 side here. And there's not really much that you can do from this point on. Maybe the Deagles and the CZ can do something, but both players immediately dealt with by Rain. To the A execution, set piece in one more time. Nexa back lines here behind the danger boxes, and Molotov should force him out of the way. Twist caught by a flashbang, still adjust for it. Headshot in, bomb plant will go down.
There's a quick wraparound to come through from Nico, but the T's have already just been able to completely overwhelm the side, taking the fight out towards CT. Twist even follows up with 2.
Jax there with the trade is going to be the entry they need to the round, but as Amanek falls, it's going to be him and Nico. Nico snuck in the backlines here, Coldzera adjusts for it, does go falling, and now it's him and Jax. The main guys from that last map to be the main guys to save this one here for G2. Orp in, Brokey deals with Jax, Nico all alone, AK in his hand, spray through the M4, seeing him at dark, and it's the Orp that picks up his second kill and the 16th round for Faze, 16-5 overall. Disappointment there from G2. I really hope that they'd hold themselves a decent amount of confidence, but it just disappeared on this map here. As G2 set themselves up in the tunnels for the pistol default.
It seems like it might just be a relatively fast BXE to come out. Coldzera's going to have to try and reposition behind this smoke, try and play up close and personal, spot the first player out and get back towards a car position, but now the T start to overwhelm the side. Karrigan just pushing through the smoke though, denies that bomb, and now Rain starts getting involved. So much chaos going on, but the T side have brought it back to a 2v2.
Nades on position doing damage. CT players will not get nearly as reckless, and never mind about that. Twist has stuck his way from the back lines, gets the shot on both individuals, and Faze end up with a reckless pistol round. From our sat back and waiting, Hunter. Can we go for a run boost, I imagine? Will we ready for this? Here we go. Turned away from, that's the perfect timing for Coldzera. He actually gets overwhelmed by Nico. But Karrigan's there on site to line up 2, make it 3 kills with the UMP. Plenty of cash for the SMG. And Nico left alone to do all the damage here. 1v4. Probably should get overwhelmed, I imagine, as soon as the CT's facing. He might get an exit onto Brokey, indeed. He misses the scout shot, but the FAMAS there with the HP advantage should not lose anything more. 1 player on site, joined by 2 more coming in from CT and Long. G2 looking for this short exit.
Now get those cross smokes down and just try and commit with it. There's a position where Brokey's going to be the only defender. They need to rotate up.
Oh, Jack to the swing and a hit. Brokey gets his secondary pick back in, looking for his third, unable to connect it. 3v3, turning to his left-hand side. Got to worry about the player that's down at CT. I think he might have actually been fouled by Twist instead. Jack's falling. Nico goes down as well, and Brokey lands the headshot. Perfectly done, almost stabbing his own teammate to death, but it's 3-0 for Faze. Also the long control, now turning his attention towards short, because that's where the T-side are coming from. And the jump face actually baits in Brokey. Good shot from Jax. Rain now back at Goose, tapping through, awkward spray. Gets his 2k in the end, but is going to get overwhelmed. The Twist also falls as well. And that's a lot of damage done for a bomb plant. 2v2 for the retake as well.
This is winnable to come through for the T side, but they've got to be able to kind of act off one another. Both CTs coming in for different angles, and Nico's aggressing with the AWP up towards a short position. Can he find the angle, find the shot? It gets missed out, and now all comes down to Hunter.
AK set towards Goose, needs 2 heads, needs 2 shots, but Coldzera finds the perfect pixel. Once again, Twist trying to get aggressive in that longhouse, but this time he pays for it. G2 mostly stacked into that short control. They're focusing on Amanek. Hunter gets the trade off of his own death. Coldzera still looking for the pick back. That bomb is open, and Rain is hoping for even more. Broker's going to make his way wrap around. Coldzera swings, headshot found. Orp of Nico close, and he gets the pick back to 2 versus 2. Player again off Rain distracted, gets the wall bang in regardless. Now going to cover off this diffuser. Nico only lands leg shots, can't get a kill, and he's going to swing on the bomb diffuser way too late. He gets his kill, but again, Faze get the defuse.
And Nico's going to look to try and see if he can find a bit of an entry, wait for an over-aggressive play. Jax is giving the info away from mid, and there could be a swing now from Karrigan, swinging out from his teammate. That's the first and the second time to perfection.
And while they might lose the B side for it, they've got a man advanced. Nico responds to Twists, actually. 3v3, Brokey finds the AWP battle, and now it's all left to the B side force. G2 will get this bomb down now and look for the post plant. Retake for Faze. Doesn't have a kit in place. This might be a little bit more pressure than people might expect. Amanek You see Utility coming out here towards the upper tunnels, sees the spray, misses it out, Nexa alone, 1 versus 2, let's take 2 frags, up against Karrigan next, bursting through, trying to win out the spray through the wall, runs out of ammo, the Glock comes in, 21 HP, but Nexa wins the 1v3, and finally secures a round for G2. Trying to shoulder bait in. Oh, he sees the head, but doesn't get the kill on Brokey to the scout lands. Karrigan gets his headshot into the deagle, actually, towards the mid control, so there might be a little bit more coming in for this. Damage done to Nico. All sorts of CTs taking damage. Eventually, the kills start pouring in for the T-side line as the whole kill feed lights up yellow. Brokey with a scout shots in. Oh, he's landed 2 picks back. Almost wins the fight back long, but missing his shot allows Jackson and Nico to combine. Flashes in as they also lean up towards long control for the C side. Twist sees 2, trying to isolate Jax, does no damage, gets no kill. Now Karrigan starts extending. Is he ready for Amanek? He is, but Amanek still wins the fight regardless.
Yeah, they're just waiting for mistakes now. As soon as they get that pick off towards long, Karrigan just offers up the aggression towards the upper tunnels, and Amanek is ready for it. 5 on 3, and for Faze, they might as well just gamble stack up towards B. If the bomb gets taken out towards the A site, then they just save.
Doesn't get the frags off. G2 have a lot of time to go for this, actually. They might converge in very quickly. Faze might be in serious trouble here. Flashes over. Here they come. Amanek moving on. Hunter taking his own firefights. The M4 bursting to try catch some sort of frag. There will be one trade, but Rain goes down. coldzera deals with Hunter, and so does coldzera fall, and Brokey goes falling as well. So all 3 players cleaned up. No rifle save. That's a beautiful hunt there from G2. And G2 ideally need to take the lead. They'll go into long defaults as a result of it. A lot of CT presence to try face Twist watching, gets out of dodge. Actually, that's the first kill coming in for Brokey instead. We've got to try and back off out of position. No, Hunter aggressive 5 versus 3, trying to make it more. Yes, they're locking down his position so well for Faze.
Nico can't do anything now. 1v4, just try and back off and hold on to the AWP, but even there's an aggressive play up from mid, misses the shot, and coldzera punishes. Flash in. Hunter's got to be careful on how he deals with this AWP, though. Even coldzera's got in towards CT. Brokey could just be the bait.
Uh-oh, Jax, the flashbang's perfect. He's defended by Nico's support and utility. Amanek gets the killer Karrigan, and the B site's already under their control. G2 facing no resistance, no retake from Faze. They're just going to go for that bomb plant, and Faze. And it's only 7 for G2, the lead gained by this squad. At least they can get the exits here for Faze to defend their weapons. They won't do damage to the economy state. There's so much money. Focus on the AUG here for Karrigan, looking to get the opening pick. Only Amanek's out here. Gun barrel seen. Oh, the player still lands the frag. Reaction timing's better. Karrigan falls first, and now the XE comes in. One player drops the CT as Rain falls over at ramp. Twist will be dealt with. coldzera with a spray back from Goose can only get so much done. 1v3 for Brokey, and G2 steamrolling their way through towards T side.
I think Brokey's got to go for this. 1v2, like, just have a crack at it. See if you can get this retake together. Drop the AWP, pick up the AK, but there's already an aggressive player. Does he expect Nexa to be in this aggressive off-angle position? He's trying to preempt the position, swing out wide, but it doesn't come through. What a round from G2. I do not know how Amanek was able to get that kill out towards CT.
Frag for them, but so far so little. coldzera able to get back out of dodge. Brokey actually baits in to get the kill on Nico instead. Karrigan falls to Amanek again in the mid control. coldzera so focused on Jax meanwhile. Utility out, flashbang was going to be completely evaded. He doesn't swing far enough though, so the T's escape.
He knows they're backed off, though, so we should start to see some rotations back over towards the B side. Rain's playing out towards Batplat. There could be a quick rotate in from Twist to help him out from mid, but for G2, they've got to get a move on. The bomb's still taking time to get into the upper tunnels, and now there's 20 seconds left.
Flash in, jump up, taps, burst, headshot onto Rain, trying to make it 3 as he mows them down and gets that 7th round. A survival one for Faze as they keep this as close a half as possible, and we head towards a short break where we find out whether they can turn it around in the second half, our final half of the series.
This should be an easy kill for Karrigan. I don't know if Amanek's going to be able to pre-aim the left-hand side. The clock coming through, a little bit early towards the trigger, but it is just wasting time in the upper tunnels.
Nico tapping through, eventually catches Karrigan off guard, so not winning that first fight means no man advantage, no even standing. It's favor of G2 all the way. They're going in for this retake. Flash over, Jax to the peek in. Gold0 dealt with one player at window, got so much CT presence to find. And he gets overwhelmed by Jax once again. Looks to make it a triple. Taps up a Rain, 2 headshots found, but now needs to ace clutch. They're on the bomb, it's not planted for him. And Amanek forces the issue, gets the kill back, and gets the pistol round for G2. And M4 are here on site, and SMG for Nexa at the long control. That nade is going to do wonders for them. The Incendiary trying to stall for time, but Rain swings out. Nico sprays through, gets that frag. Twist blind as a back fence to Black Bang, still gets the drop back. And Amanek supports with the kill, deals with Twist to a 4 versus 3. 20 seconds. They're going to go for a last second wrap round. They baited in the entire CT forces, and now that bomb's just got to get planted right on the B site.
Cold0's got to try and fight the rotations, though. Get out from that mid position, get that bomb down, but they've got to find a couple of picks back because this 3v4 is going to be difficult. At least they've been able to get the bomb down in time, and for G2, they've got the numbers game. They can rotate all together, and Cold0's got to be the man to strike.
If anyone checks short, though, is going to be in dire straits. Tag on Hunter, but Cold0 wins the fight on Amanek. Can he win the fight on Jax as well? Turned away from M4, seeing the AK. AK didn't see the M4. Backfill turn, turns for it, and Jax gets his kill. Now it's left to the Scout and a Deagle. Scout's doing damage, desperately looking for the picks back. Can't find it on Nexa or Hunter. Hunter moving close to the SMGs. The M4 swings back, Deagle and Karrigan. 1 frag found. Not quite the second. They're trying to look for the bomb. Okay, they will get the defuse kit on it. No casualties gained, no tags, no shots, no nothing as of right now. Blind. No info to gain, instead it's just going to be execution. Again, coming straight through into the site. Jax and Hunter with the crossfire. SMG on Karrigan finds its kill, doubles up on Twisted. Jax gets involved with his kills in the backlines, and Hunter makes it a triple with Brokey all alone. Jax doubles up, and the round is secured easy by G2. So far seeing nothing and giving nothing. Orpa Brokey, Karrigan with the AK now being seen. He sees what's really going on. The M4 should get overwhelmed. He somehow wins that fight. And a second and a third! Hunter in with the support! And it's a 5v2 G2! Having no right to get away with that as clean as they did. Faze absolutely knocked out on the B site. He had a bit of a bailout from Hunter, which definitely helped the factor, but Jax should have been overwhelmed. Karrigan should have gotten those kills, and Karrigan's had a real difficult time in terms of this series and trying to get numbers on the board, get those opening picks, and aid the Faze side in terms of the kills. Yes, he's the IGL, so you can forgive him a little bit. And 4 in the corner, flashed out, Cold0 and Rain, swinging back, bomb gets dropped, Rain gets the trade, so maintains their position. 4v4, swing back, Twists and Karrigan moving closer as well to try and catch off Nico, but Nico baits them in for the kill. Can he get the secondary pick? Can Karrigan get the trade? Yes, he can eventually, which overwhelms most of the A-site defense. It's all on Amanek falling back to CT. This bomb can cross relatively safely.
Yeah, retake set up now up for the CTs. Amanek, though, watching out from the long position, looking to try and see if he can get himself, and Hunter even pushes up towards a short position. They're trying to shoulder bait. They can't even bait out the Orpa. Amanek sees the last player out towards Car, and Brokey now in the 1v3 has got to try and pick up this bomb, but he's even being flanked in from behind for the long position. Jax committing to the spray. Now Brokey can get the bomb down.
1v3 clutch. This would be something special if he takes it, but I haven't seen many of that potential. Indeed, Jax gets his kill, his 18th in this map, and G2, Jax just presses on. Smokes down to the short control. So much CT presence here on A. There's not really much of a choice because Faze can't really escape. They get those 2 kills though. Cold0 and Karrigan chiming in alongside Rain. Backstab dealt with, center of the site falling apart, and Nico on 12 HP has got to save the AWP. Another important one for Faze, but the next step is the one they've missed out on the most. They need to convert a second round in a row.
And for G2, money's a bit of a problem for them. They're on single round loss bonus. They'll be able to get a buyback. Nico might have to drop an M4 over towards Nexa, though.
Flashing Molotov, it'll get forcing him out of position. He'll burn a little bit. He's going to push forward of the marker, though. Karrigan and Twist probably ready for this. No, they're not. Catches one player off guard. He gets that opening frag for G2. And now Faze forced to act into the B site. Jack's so close for Mars. Thrown off by the smoke. And one player jumps around the corner. Brokey gets dealt with. One more in Rain. Bomb gets dropped. Nico supports on Karrigan. And once again, Faze scrambling, capitulating on the B site attack. 1 on 5 for Cold0. This would be something special, but with 30 seconds to do it in, so much CT presence, the bomb out in the open, gets that first face. No idea where to expect Hunter from. And G2 return to Faze again. Arrogant getting a bit too aggressive for my money, making a little bit of noise. Smoke down, he's not going to bait any information away from the CT side, he's not going to give anything back up as a bait play. Jax on site, holding down the defense, lining up kills, only gets one. Twists there with a response. Nico taps to his head though. 3-on-3, the smoke goes down.
What?
He gets it through the smoke regardless, and he continues swinging back at window. His teammates right there. G2 to get themselves match point right here with this round. The bomb can try and get secured.
No utility for either player in the post plant, and for G2, they're lining themselves up to go in for the retake. Incendiary to come out towards Nexa. Where does that get thrown out to? Both players started to reposition. Brokey trying to get in behind the smoke.
Oh, so close to position. No scope, not landing. Same thing can be said for the CT side. Carrigan's going to support it. 1 frag, 2 frags. Nexa gets the trade and clutches the B site again to bring G2 to 15.
Rounds to the FaZe clan side, and there is so much emphasis out towards mid. They want to get aggressive again. Nico behind Xbox.
Carrigan dealt with as a result. Twist fast exit out of the B site. Hunter going to try and adjust for it. Another smoke down at the doors. Is he going to try and go huge here? Is he going to try and aggress? Incendiary to Brokey won't deny the bomb plant. He'll get out of there relatively unscathed in a 4-on-3 situation. I think G2 back off from here. FaZe get an all-important survival round. Cold Zero going hunting. Does lose his life. So that's one consolation prize for the CTs.
But the run in towards B was very successful. And for FaZe, they've got up to 10 now.
Twist.
No
Caught
way.
off guard. No way. P250 tapping on Rain as well. Both players are tagged. Brokey with the orb.
No.
Trying to get something back. Nico has the 3rd pick for G2. Not like this FaZe. Cold and Rain can't get the bomb back. But imagine if they lost this to an Eco.
2v5, and they've got the utility, they've got the cross smokes, but they might not want to give their card. They might just want to slow walk up towards a short position, and Nico could be on for more.
Teagle holding back behind the default boxes. Swing back. Cold Zero gets that trade. Buys his chance he needs. He's the 2nd CT down at the CT cross. Hunter at the boxes. Read upon. The headshot comes through. The bomb has got to get planted from here. Got to deal with a short presence for Rain's part. Orp swinging in for Nexa, tagged up, taken down, but now there's rifles inbound for the retake. Diffuse get on Amanek, but Jax will fall to Rain. And Amanek, last man standing, sprayed up, smoked off. Hearing those footsteps coming in close, the Orb will just fly and fire, take some wall banks, take some tags, but save the weapon.
FaZe clan, a beautiful recovery from them in a 2v5 situation. Oh, it got scary for a moment, but it is still their 12th.
Ourselves up as the T's look to make their way out and about. Orb in for Amanek. Shot missed out. 2nd FaZe will be flashed off position. T's will not overextend to get the kill. They'll just look for the bomb plant here. Retake on for G2. They're going to get close and quick as Hunter picks apart Carrigan. Rain with 2 frags to find here towards the ramp control. Headshots perfect on the smoke. Looks for the triple taps desperately. Gets his triple involved as Twist plays support, and FaZe are now within 2 of G2. Might be a split play to A instead, but it's all going to rest on this long control. If Nexa somehow isn't checked, if he manages to line up a spray, he's fought by Twist, gets that 1 pick in, stalls for extra time. The Orpa Brokey around the corner, Rain facing, bursting through, damage being done, they finally overwhelm. All left to Nico, deals with a short player, now got to look back against the long control. 20 seconds, time is running short for FaZe. They got to move quick right now, the smoke's coming in, Incendiary's down, and Hunter has a big gap to work with that Orb. Flash turned away from, rescopes it, 10 seconds, someone's got to cross, kill found, low HP for Brokey, and FaZe can't do it. G2 clutch it at 16-14. The series at 2-1. It was a battle for FaZe. It felt like they had confidence, but towards the end of that map, it's G2 the ones that barely come out on top.